finally made it here, Capricorn, to get your reading done for March 2026. I hope you're all doing well. Similar to, what sign was it? Sagittarius, I think. The sign right before yours. I recorded that like, I don't know, 9 times. Had the hardest time getting a message out. And similarly to Capricorn, you guys, I have multiple recordings 20-25 minutes long, and to where I literally, my message falls apart and I kind of drift off and I'm like, I can't post that. I apologize. I don't know, maybe that's how your energy has been. Maybe you've got too much on your mind, maybe it's unfocused, maybe you're not feeling confident. I don't know, it's really weird. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to get through this entire message and get this posted. Today is March 3rd. We just finished a full moon. I believe it was in Virgo, but don't quote me on that. A lunar eclipse. And the energy's been wild. I haven't been able to record any readings other than my morning 7 o'clock reading for probably a week and a half or so, maybe longer. Not what I intended. All right, Capricorn for the month of March. Messages for Capricorn the month of March. So we're going to first read the Lenormand deck. Then we'll jump into the tarot, and then we'll get you some love messages and oracle cards. I'm telling you, messages are difficult to get out for you. I hope not to lose you in my process. Okay. Getting cards are flying out about a feminine energy, a home, sudden wealth. This could be someone around you. It could be you. And an older man. Okay, so we've got kind of a little bit of everything. And I like to spread the cards out. I do wish you could see. I just spread them out like this on the table, and then I randomly draw them. In order for me to give you a good view of the cards up close, I do need to be closer to the camera, and it also helps when I'm doing lives that I can interact with you. So, not a perfect setup as of yet. I don't know that it will get there. Ooh, glasses. Yeah, so we're lacking preparedness. We're having a hard time finishing tasks. Maybe that's you. First card out is Great Fortune. Next card to the left of it, Courthouse. And after it, we have Message of Concern. This could mean probate court. It could mean, okay, Fortune Courthouse, Message of Concern. Let's get a little bit more. And this just gives us a baseline for what the tarot message is. Now we have main mill, concern again, an official person. Okay, message of concern from an official person, a concern about finances. A main male, it can be a masculine energy, not necessarily a male, and a courthouse. Okay, above that we have poverty. Next to that, we have marriage. Next to that, imprisonment. Now, imprisonment in courthouse doesn't necessarily mean someone did something untoward or illegal and ended up in jail. Imprisonment can mean confinement, like a hospital, a nursing home, quarantine. It can mean a bunch of different things. Let's see. And courthouse just means maybe something is unjust, maybe something it needs to be balanced. It's not necessarily an actual courthouse. This person could be reading, laws and regulations and not necessarily going to court, but just learning what the rules of a situation are, like the guidelines. Okay, poverty, courthouse, man. If we read it this way, and then we have marriage, great fortune, and concern. It's almost like the main man, whoever this male energy is, okay. Poverty in the courthouse. Maybe he lost, bankruptcy, lost everything. There's this great fortune and concern with this marriage. It could be a partnership, a merger, imprisonment, message of concern, an official person. And with what's going on in the world right now too, it might be that someone's not necessarily quarantined, but they're not able to get home. Maybe they're stranded abroad, or an official person, message of concern, imprisonment. That could even be just mentally locked up in our heads about what's happening. So it could be on a global scale. It could be in our little part of the universe, our daily lives. Let's see, below we have the main male, concern, official person. Okay. In the center we have courthouse, a great fortune, message of concern. At the top we have poverty, marriage, and imprisonment. Maybe someone married for money, or maybe money is tied to their relationship or this partnership, and they feel imprisoned by that relationship or partnership. I don't know. Could be business, could be personal. At the bottom of the deck, we have coffin. So we are going to get some change in the situation. Okay. So that's our baseline. Let's get some tarot cards on it. See what the tarot has to say for us, Capricorn, for the sign of Capricorn in the month of March. I'm telling you, it's been this bad. In the mornings when I'm live, I feel like I have just a quick minute to say hi, hello, throw some tarot cards out, give a message, come up with a theme. Not so bad. I do a little more in-depth readings on these individual zodiac signs. And I like to give a message, give advice. I really like to give you something. So Capricorn for the month of March. How can we help Capricorn? Specifically the Capricornians that will be watching this video. I'll lay the cards out. Only takes a minute or so. If you want, you can fast forward. Let's see. This deck is, in case you're wondering, the Curious Creatures deck. So I don't know if you're a reader, or if you're just a curious creature and you want to know what deck I'm using. I know a few Capricorns in my life. I have a Capricorn moon. Let's see. Capricorns. My mom is a Capricorn. At one time I was married to a Capricorn. I've worked for Capricorns. Capricorns that I know are pretty good with money. Or money plays a big part in their life, like it's of importance to them. And I often say, Capricorns, I got my mind on my money, and my money on my mind. It's okay. We all have priorities, right? Not one over another. Okay, Capricorn, first card out for you for the month of March. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Upright. We're feeling kind of left out. We could be concerned about finances. It's Pentacles. Fives are concern. Reversed. Taurus energy. It's right in the center. All by itself, it just sort of says, hey, if you've been isolated, if you haven't been engaging with people, if you haven't been very talkative, this sort of thing, for whatever reason, and it may be different from person to person just a little bit, but that there's a return, a coming back, if you've been out in a funk, it could be that you're coming back online, you know. Next card out, the Lovers reversed. And we kind of saw that in the Lenormand deck, is a possible separation of a marriage or locked into a partnership that we're not fond of. Maybe we got back what's the wording? We got back in the dating scene, started dating again, got online or something because we were alone, but now we're in a relationship we don't like, or we're in separation, something like this. Gemini energy. Lover's card can be contracts, relationships, partnerships. It can be a choice. Maybe you're choosing to get back out there. Let's see what works for or against you. The Star reversed. Losing hope. So like maybe you're concerned, okay, if this relationship doesn't work out, what is there for me after this? Or if you're single, you know, you don't have any hope for future prospects, but it's what works for or against you. So maybe you're doing really well on your own. So not finding someone isn't a thing. It's Aquarius energy. Maybe you know an Aquarian that is good and bad for you all at once. Your conscious thought is the Justice card, Libra energy. The Balance. Weighing the pros and the cons. You're thinking through this really well. What do I want? What would make me happy? Is this where, you know, what am I exchanging for what? Am I exchanging some of my quietude, my self-sovereignty, my alone time, whatever it is? Am I sacrificing that for what? A good relationship, something I'm not really happy with? I don't know. Let's see subconsciously what you're thinking about this situation. The Queen of Cups reversed. I mean, this is very tender, loving energy. It's supportive, but it's reversed. And when it's reversed, we're not feeling supported. We're not feeling loved. In fact, we might be feeling hurt. We're trying to decide how much of our happiness are we willing to sacrifice. Gemini Cancer energy. Typically, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, psychic. And to have that in your subconscious tells me that you're very in tune. You trust your gut. But when it's reversed, maybe you start questioning. You're questioning things, which makes sense because you're up here weighing the pros and cons of the situation. All right, what has happened in the past? What has happened in your past? High Priestess. Maybe you've always had a sense of knowing. I mean, we got so many major arcana. The Lovers, the Star, the Justice card, the High Priestess. you know, maybe your gut's you've always been able to trust it and it never led you astray. That was in the past. Maybe you're having a little bit of a block. I don't know. We're going to see. But the high priestess, she's kind of like the law too. She, in the traditional decks, she's got a book of law or the Torah or whatever, the law in a scroll. She doesn't communicate, but she holds firm to the rules, to the law, to logic. And there's a balance between mercy and severity. Here it's shown by a black and white feather, and she's in the center. She doesn't talk, she just knows. And maybe you're just very observant. You can read people really well. So maybe some sort of block, intuitive block. Let's see what else we got. How's this going to move forward? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Everything is working the way it should to get you where you want to be. It's like a trust the process kind of vibe. And we had great fortune in the center of the Lenormand deck. Great fortune, and that's usually like an influx of money. Like, could be, you know, it's tax season pretty soon. Could be a tax refund. It could be an inheritance. Because we had the messages of concern, the courthouse, and the great fortune in the center. It could be a gift, a financial gift. It could be a gift of land. It could be something like this. This is only for the month of March, so it might not be as big of a thing as that, but it's possible. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune says it's possible. I just felt something like your intuition's got you this far. It hasn't led you astray, but for whatever reason, you're questioning it. Maybe, you know, they say love is blind, or maybe you made choices that you're starting to question because of a feeling you have for someone or a love you have for someone. Maybe you're worried your judgment is flawed. You would know better than anyone. Maybe you can comment and tell me this is you. The Two of Swords. And literally this person is saying, I know who I am. Like the sword, arms are crossed. That's not an approach me type energy. It's a very kind of fixed. This looks like a cool cat though. It's sort of like, and I kind of get some comedy out of it too, but it's like, okay, you can approach me, but be wise. I'm holding two swords and I can't see what I'm doing. Like, almost like a dare. I dare you to come toward me. I can't see right now. Got two swords that can fly out at any time. It's almost like use caution with the words that you're saying to me, or how you're coming at me. Be cautious. Let's see where they're at. Page of Pentacles reversed. This person, it's almost like they feel like they're wasting their time, or the efforts that they put in are in vain. Or it's weird though, I just got the vibe like they're offering something. Look at the little coin in the hand. It almost looks like it has a trick string stuck to it. A trick string stuck to it, and it's not releasing from the hand. Like it's like, oh, here, do you want this? But really, it's not a gift. It's just like, look at this. See this shiny, big metal object? Like a distraction. Watch this so you can't tell what my hand's doing over here. And I don't think you're really watching with your eyes. You're trusting your gut. Okay, what's your hope or fear? The Four of Cups reversed. That you'll just take... You're worried about accepting some sort of offer. Like, what if it's the wrong one? What if I accept this offer and then I lose my chance at another offer? This could be a relationship, business, money, opportunity. What if I take this one and I settle and I could have had so much more? This also reminds me of like if you're at a casino and play a game, or if you're on a talk show, or not a talk show, a game show, and it's like, you can take this gift, you don't know what it is, or you can pass it up for an opportunity for one of these gifts. One of these gifts is this, and you're really gonna want it. But if you don't choose it right, you're gonna end up with less than if you just took what you have in front of you now. It's like just kind of confusing. It's kind of like a game playing. I don't like that. But it works for or against us. It's saying, we can have it. It might be good, but we don't know for sure. And my concern is, are you going to commit? Because the Lovers reverse says there's something not quite right. Like, read the fine print. Maybe this is kind of like a get-rich-quick scheme. That you'll be... maybe someone around you is trying to do things. Oh yeah, do this. You'll get some money from it. And it ends up costing you. Okay. Scammers be scamming all the time. What's the outcome for Capricorn for the month of March? Another 5 reversed. It's good when the 5s come out reversed. Because when they're upright, they're trouble. They're dissonance. They're difficulty. The 5 of Cups reverse says, we realize what happened in the past needed to happen. We realize there was loss, but we know what we still have. And we're grateful for what we still have. We're not ignoring it. So it's like just seeing how things are legitimately, like bad or good. This is how they are. But focusing on the good. That's good. Sassy's good. Let's close up the cards and see what's on the bottom of our deck. What we don't see coming. We might get through this video, Capricorn, with a message and advice. Wow. 9 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, what we don't see coming. So there could be something coming up that's of concern. But, you know, we're never stuck in a particular situation for very long, are we? If you've ever been in a bad situation, I'm sure you have. If you're watching this reading in 18 and up, of course you have. You know that you don't feel that way forever. It's temporary. But it seems so all-encompassing and overwhelming when we're in it, right? And we try to find solutions, and the solutions aren't always workable or something that will solve the problem. It's like that whole I'm still getting the get-rich-quick scheme thing. I'm kind of like this person that comes like best foot forward, dresses nice, very attractive. We're nervous about taking it. We should really trust our gut. If we're like, I might be getting played, trust that. We wanted to get anything else. So we have difficulty with the 2 5s, but they are reversed. And next come, after a reversed 5, we get a 6, and that's more positive energy. So we're just on the precipice of something good, because the Wheel of Fortune comes into our future. Justice is there at the top of our thought. We're balancing the good and the bad. We're losing hope at the very moment, but I'd say that's going to be short-lived. Trust your intuition. I just got, you can do this blindfolded. He's so confident. This is you. So confident. You can do this blindfolded. He doesn't look standoffish necessarily. He looks very confident. I think if you focus on the good, you're going to get more good. More good. You're going to get more better. You're going to get more better. Okay, let's see if we can get anything else. Could be that, yeah, something happened that has us losing hope, and it was hurtful. And it has to do with this relationship. And people around us might have said, I saw that coming. Or warned you about the financial concerns that they had, and you didn't listen. Tables will turn. I think if anything is lost or taken from you, you're going to get it back. We saw the courthouse. We saw the justice card. So I wouldn't be fearful. I mean, I trust that things happen in the way that they should, when they should. After we've given it our best. Like, what else can we do, right? Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. These are relationship oracle cards. However, whether you're single, widowed, divorced, married, there'll be something here for you, because you just sort of morph it to meet your circumstance. Capricorn. Here, I'll show you. This is all the tops of the cards. I don't know which one. We'll take that one. You and you are mine. There is no one else in the world who could ever replace you. We were made to be together. We are destined, and I am yours, and you are mine only. Oh, why does that sound creepy to me? We have done this before, and we will do it again. So someone who thinks that you're destined to be with one another, that this is like, maybe that's what they're telling you, is that this is a past life, relationship, or your souls are tied, or there's some karmic reason why you should be together. Or, we were meant to be. We were meant to find one another. That's what it's coming across. For whatever reason, I'm not taking that as genuine, and I feel bad about that, but with the other cards that I've seen so far, I just am not. We have healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. And mastery. You've learned a spiritual lesson. Okay. Let's see. Get one more deck out, and we'll see what this one has to say for Capricorn for the month of March, and then we'll tie the oracle cards and the reading together, see if there's any more advice to be had, and then we'll be out of here. We'll let you play it out as the month goes on. With as difficult as it was for me to get out your reading, I really would like some feedback as far as what you've been going through. And if the reading resonated with you and the energy I was talking about. Nothing else is coming out. We did get one, and it says, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You are mine. There is no one else in the world who would ever replace you. So maybe someone feels like they lost you. We were made to be together. We are destined, and I am yours, and you are mine only. We have done this before, and we'll do it again. I mean, it could be legit, because then we got, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You've learned a spiritual lesson. Maybe you guys were karmic relation, or karmics in a karmic relationship at one point. You can expect the apology you want to hear, and old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. So maybe you both had some growing up to do when you came together. Maybe you still hadn't overcome past issues, whether it was childhood, past relationships, baggage as they call it. Maybe there were some personality flaws that you needed to work through. I think of someone I know that they would say something almost like an agitation, and I could not help but react. I would get so frustrated. And it would spiral out of control, and it just bounced back and forth like a ping pong ball. And it got bad. And we started mirroring each other. So I was pointing the finger, but then later realized that all the things I was saying about the other person were things I needed to work on myself, and vice versa. And then as time passed, and we both sort of distanced from one another, and we lived life and went through some lessons, and this talks about lessons. We can be in the same room as each other now. That person doesn't cause me to react anymore, and I still care about that person, but I don't let them get to me. I've set boundaries, and I'm more of a things happen when they should and how they should. This person is in their own world, living their own life, and I am likewise. We still share space day to day. But we're able to do it without, I don't want to say like without wanting to kill one another. But we're able, I think, to appreciate one another. I think we both gained understanding and grew from the situation. And I still think about them, and I think they think about me too. And I think this is what, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You can expect an apology. Old wounds need to be revisited, and you've learned a spiritual lesson. And I feel like what I just shared goes along those lines. All the cards that we just read, that's the story that I'm getting. It's one I can relate to. Okay, do we have anything else? Advice for... See if I can get some advice really quick. I think I've given some advice throughout the reading. But we'll see if there's any more to be had for you. The Emperor. Focus on your finances. Communicate your needs. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to be honest. If you're telling someone, I don't want to settle. I love you, but I don't want to settle, and I don't know that this is a good choice. Strength. The Star card reversed again. Lack of hope. Concerned about finances. My thought to you would be in the month of March, focus on your finances. We said that at the beginning, Capricorn's focus is financial. Communicate your needs. Don't lose hope because you're looking really good for the month of March. Sometimes what we see as a disadvantage, or maybe our finances aren't what they once were and things aren't going as well as they once were, we can start being really critical of ourselves. And this is saying, don't lose hope. You're still looking good. You're still doing really well. And by comparison, you're just going to set yourself up for thoughts of lack and not being enough. They say we shouldn't compare ourselves to each other because we'll either suffer from an inflated ego or a sense of lack. And I'm paraphrasing, but I think that could be morphed into any situation where if we're comparing it to the good times, or the better times, I should say, then we're going to feel like we have less and we're not doing as well. And we're going to get more of that as we focus on that. And this is really saying, don't focus on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. Don't lose hope. You're looking good. You're doing good. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for your patience. This was a difficult read to get through. We're about 36 minutes in. It was one of the longest readings, but I felt like it took us a little while to get there. I do think there are messages here for you for the month of March, Capricorn. And again, please leave me a comment, a message. Let me know how you've been doing and how this reading resonated with you. Thank you. Hallelujah. We got through it. All right. Take care.